This past week in women's sports saw a legend of the game hang up her threads. The madness of March begin and upsets brew on both the court and the field. Starting with the WNBA, Phoenix Mercury guard Diana Taurasi announced her retirement last Tuesday. Taurasi decided to step away from the game after 20 years in the WNBA. She achieved one of the most illustrious careers in men's or women's basketball. Mercury picked her first in the 2004 draft after she won 3 national championships at UConn. During her time in Phoenix, she lifted the championship trophy 3 times, secured 5 scoring titles, made 11 All-Star appearances, and won the 2009 WNBA MVP award. Taurasi ended her career with her record 6th Olympic gold medal in Paris last summer. The 42-year-old spoke last week on Good Morning America about the state in which she leaves the game.
It's in such a great place. I mean, and you know, we've been involved in women's basketball in so long, and to finally see it on the biggest stage, it just makes you feel really, really good. You know, these women, not only in basketball, in all sports, we give up our lives, we sacrifice everything to be the best at our profession, and to see the recognition we're getting, you know, more in a mainstream way. I mean, it feels good for a lot of us that have been in it, whether player, coach, staff, front office. I mean, a lot of people love this game, and they've been putting everything into it, and now we're finally, you know, seeing what the other side looks like.
I know.
Taurasi leaves the game in good hands. Collegiate women's basketball is front and center as March Madness commences. In the Big Ten, USC took down UCLA on Sunday to secure the regular season Big Ten title. The Trojans never trailed as they cruised to an 80-67 victory against their crosstown rivals. Juju Watkins once again starred with 30 points, 5 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 steals. Watkins and the Trojans also defeated the Bruins on February 13th and account for UCLA's only 2 losses of the season. Now sitting at number 2 in the nation, today USC received its highest ranking in the AP poll since 1986. The Bruins weren't the only top team to suffer defeat last week. Notre Dame started Week 16 as the number 1 team in the nation. In Week 18 rankings, the Fighting Irish fell to number 6 after losses to NC State and Florida State in just a week span. Notre Dame is still first in the ACC, but may have missed out on a first seed in the NCAA tournament, which they seemed to be a lock for 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, Texas and South Carolina ended the regular season in a tie. As a result, the SEC flipped a coin to determine who would secure the first seed in the tournament. Both teams, including Gamecocks head coach Don Staley, had strong feelings on the situation.
And it will be South Carolina.
I mean, it was kind of exciting. It was kind of exciting. And the build-up was good. You know, I know when you're part of, you know, the equation, it doesn't feel good to have your fate in a coin toss.
Switching gears to women's soccer, the women's international break came to a close last week, and the FIFA #1 ranked U.S. women's national team lost its first match in over a year. The Americans faced off against Japan in the She Believes Cup final on U.S. soil. Right off the bat, the U.S. in trouble. Nice through ball into the box. Jane Campbell, the keeper, out of position, and nothing but the back of the net for the Japanese. Just 2 minutes into the game, going up 1-0 on the Americans. But only took about 10 minutes for the U.S. to find an equalizer. Ali Setnor once again able to rip a shot from close range, and Setnor scored her first international goal just a week ago in the first match against Colombia, and able to tally her second, the lone goal in the She Believes final. How about the assist by Kat Macario into the box? Perfect placement, and Setnor able to finish it off. And then back to just about a 0-0 scoreline for a bit. The U.S. had plenty of opportunities to go up in the game, including at the end of the first half in stoppage time. Macario just inches away from going up 2-1. And finally, Japan able to regain the lead after a shot punched away by Campbell. Got the rebound on the shot, and that would be how it would end. Another loss for the U.S. It's been about a year, But finally, someone able to take down the Americans. Japan currently sits at number 8 in the FIFA rankings and is on a 7-match winning streak. It was the first loss in head coach Emma Hayes' tenure with the U.S., with the new World Championship cycle beginning. Hayes used the first pair of camps in 2025 to call up fresh names, with several players earning their first caps in the She Believes Cup, including Setnor. For DuckTV Sports, I'm Lily Crane.